We have a Napoleon in the making here.
Many fear that the U.S. will look like the dictators they scoff at around the world.
Donald Trump has dictator blood.
He also was a dictator in the making last night.
Those are the impulses of a tyrant, the impulses of a dictator.
Other countries that may feel somewhat inferior, they need to reaffirm as a morale booster to their societies that they have a strong military. Everybody knows we have a powerful military. And so I don't completely understand what President Trump hopes to accomplish with this parade. Another worrisome sign of President Trump's authoritarian tendency is his attitude toward a relationship with the media. You realize that without a free media, you really cannot have a true democracy. So the president's attacks on the media are really troubling. They're also ripping the country apart because it means that people don't trust the media anymore. And President Trump has really blurred that line with his own media operation, with Make America Great Again appearing on presidential websites. That was his campaign slogan. And that's something new. It's not good for the country. He should be unifying the country. And it's problematic because if he's always in campaign mode, how does he have time to lead the country? His comments that people who didn't clap at his State of the Union address were committing treasonous acts.
Can we call that treason? Why not?
Even though he does appear to have meant it as a joke, remember that treason is a capital crime in America. And so that was deeply worrisome. His plan to make it easier to fire civil servants on the surface seems not that unusual. I think almost every president has tried to make it easier to fire civil servants. But because of his overall track record of wanting to punish people who disagree with him, because of that track record, it causes concern in my mind and I think in many other people's minds. He seems to be a little more in line with, say, President Reagan, who was very much a realist and believed that while someone like a Ferdinand Marcos or a Schaub, as long as they were on our side, it really didn't matter and we could turn the other way and not pay too much attention to what was going on in their countries. Clearly, Mar-a-Lago is making money off of the Secret Service. I mean, there are just so many examples of ways that the Trump organization is making small amounts of money, but probably significant amounts of money if you're running the Trump organization off of the fact that the president is the president. His first priority is protecting our democracy, and that means empowering the FBI and other law enforcement and intelligence agencies to do their job and to discover if our democracy is somehow under threat. And the fact that he's unwilling to do that is the single biggest indicator that he does not fully understand the role of the president in a true democracy.
President Trump has told top military brass he wants a military parade in Washington, D.C.
U.S. defense officials say they are in the preliminary stages of planning the celebration for sometime this year.
And just apparently wants, I don't know, missiles, tanks rolling down Pennsylvania Avenue.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The focus on the parade risks obscuring the much larger issues, which do indicate that the president may be prone to authoritarian tendencies.